Hey, this is Dan with Guardian Mold Prevent. I want to take a look with you at a basement that's located in Barrington, Illinois. This is a home that has been foreclosed on by the bank. It's been sitting vacant, and a small amount of water, about an inch or two, actually got into this basement, sat for quite some time, and the realtor and the broker did not realize that moisture had gotten in. So once they came across it, they got the moisture pumped out, removed. But ultimately, because the moisture had sat in the basement for so long, quite a bit of mold has developed throughout this property. It's a very common problem that when a basement, especially in the Midwest, because we have so many basements, takes on moisture, the building materials that are made of cellulose products like drywall, paint products also lend themselves to being food sources for mold. When they get wet, they end up getting moldy if not corrected or dried out right away. Now I want to look at what type of building materials we have in a home. You've got porous materials, so that's drywall, trim, insulation, pressed fiberboard, anything that's porous. Then there's semi-porous materials. Essentially, that's wood framing, especially in a home. That's what we're looking at. And then non-porous surfaces like concrete, foundation, walls, and floors. And all three of those types of material in a basement get handled differently when we're talking about a mold remediation project. In terms of what we do in a basement, we set up containment, so we seal the area off from the rest of the home. We then bring in an air scrubber or a negative air machine to remove all the mold spores from the air while we're working and to keep the air from exchanging with the rest of the living space. Then we remove and discard the porous materials that we talked about. So drywall, trim, insulation, things like that get removed and discarded. And then we treat both the semi-porous and the non-porous surfaces with a biocide, which is a product that kills mold on contact, and then physically scrub those surfaces and put a white acrylic-based mold-resistant coating on. Now we're looking at that same basement here. You can see that the porous material at the bottom 4 foot of the walls has actually been removed. We then treated all of the surfaces, the exposed foundation walls and the framing and the floors with a biocide, which is again the product that eliminates mold on contact. Then we physically scrub those surfaces to agitate the mold spores from the surface and allow us to get a good coating or a good adherence of our coating to the framing and the foundation walls in the areas that the foundation was treated with a coating. The coating is mold resistant, and it will keep mold from growing on those surfaces going forward. And I want to take a quick look at what an air scrubber looks like. This is the air machine that we put into the home. It runs all the air through a blue pre-filter you can see at the top, then a pleated filter, and then a 12-inch HEPA filter. So when we're done with the project, not only are all of the surfaces of the basement clean and free of mold, but the air quality is at an acceptable level.